So from our TLDR last week when we talked about the ideal man, a lot of people have been asking what the ideal woman is like for Korea.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say what's the ideal hamster. Well, I would prefer a dwarf hamster because dwarf hamsters can live together in union, but if you have a normal hamster, like a teddy bear hamster, and then you put another hamster in there, they'll fight each other to the death.
Martina knows this because she actually owned hamsters growing up.
Yeah, they're wonderful. Bear and Mocha, rest in peace.
A little liquor for your homies. So to answer your question about what the ideal woman is like in Korea, it's a very complicated process. Remember last week, there were a whole list of requirements. When it comes to the ideal woman in Korea, you have to be pretty. So that's it for this week's TLDR. If you have a question for next TLDR, leave a question in the comment section below. I'm actually joking. There is a little bit more that we're going to say about this.
Are we joking?
But are we though?
Are we?
That's pretty much really the main requirement that you need as a woman. If you're pretty, then pretty much all those other lists of requirements aren't that important.
So obviously there are people in Korea who get married because they love each other genuinely and they aren't looking at like a list of requirements or anything.
And a lot of men in Korea are looking for more than just prettiness when it comes to a girl. But when it comes to the general standard, pretty much prettiness is the most important thing.
I mean, it's difficult to not say that for the rest of the world too.
I know, it's not like this is a Korea thing only.
Yeah, and I know you guys aren't gonna say something like, I'm looking for someone who's kind, caring, and super ugly.
I want someone whose teeth looks like they chew bricks.
That's something that's really important to me. But what we're getting at is that there is an undeniable logic that comes to dating in Korea outside of that whole realm of like, I'd like to fall in love with someone.
And this brings us back to the concept of soulgating.
Soulgating, man, what is that all about?
Whoa, your Jamaican accent makes me cringe on the inside.
I only had a couple Jamaican friends.
I grew up with them.
You grew up with my Jamaican friends?
I grew up with every Jamaican person in North America.
Really, all of them? They all lived in your neighborhood?
Word.
You do your Jamaican accent then if you're so good at it. What's go on?
I won't bumbleclot do it, okay?
Ginger beer.
Oh my god.
So our last TLDR on the ideal male type, we mentioned soulgating, which is basically blind dating in Korea. And this isn't something that like desperate sad people do. Like this is a very normal part of Korean culture from lots of age levels, like from your 20s up into your 30s, whatever. And what happens?
That's a very small margin.
Well,
from your 20s up until your 30s.
Because
you're screwed.
No, because they expect you to be married by then. So that's why.
If not, you failed your life.
Well, then Susie told me there is a different thing that's for meeting people that is just for getting married. Wait, I remember this. It was like, my son. My son?
Hot son?
What's it called, Susie? See, matson. You're like, this is for my son. You can say like matson. Anyways, soulgating. Since soulgating is such an important part of dating culture, that whole idea of like list of requirements to match somebody is something that's on the forefront of dating. So then why is it that Korean guys have a much shorter, smaller list of requirements when it comes to soulgating?
Well, men do have the ideal look type when it comes to prettiness. The bagel yo.
Oh yeah, bagel yo. Does that mean my face is the size of a bagel?
Exactly, with a
And I'm
giant
covered in
hole in the
raisins?
middle.
Oh my god, that is terrible now that I thought that over.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Missy.
It's like a bagel, ready?
Actually, bagel is a condensed word of bagel meaning baby and gul for glamorous, so bagel, so like a baby glamorous face.
Yes, well baby face means like cute and kind of like young and youthful looking, and the glamorous doesn't necessarily mean like Beyonce. It means more like a curvy, big boobity body. I guess that kind of does mean Beyonce. And she should be sexy and feminine, but also innocent and egg yolk.
Cute and sexy at the same time.
At the same time, not too sure how those things come together. You're like,
That's the
oh, but
stigma
I'm
sometimes.
scared and so glamorously confident.
Okay, so you got the looks down. Why is it that guys don't really care about that many other things?
So you gotta think of it this way. A Korean guy has that pressure that he should attend the Sky universities, which we talked about last week. So he has to study his ass off through high school, which means no dating. Trust me on that. Like our high school students and Korean, like they're really studying.
No way.
Hagwons, after school tutoring. You get into a Sky university. So you're like, yes, and you're doing okay in Sky University, which means you're gonna go on to get a big company job or government job, and you're gonna be well off. So in turn, that means that if you do have a future wife, she doesn't really have to have a job because you're going to be guaranteed to get a well-paying job. So she can be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home wife.
Which is what a lot of Korean women wind up doing. So if you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom once you get married, then what does it matter what university you went to?
Yeah.
What does it matter what job that you have? Because you're pretty much gonna abandon that when you start taking care of your family at home.
That's right. And I mean, if you go to Sky University, the whole point of that is to get you a better career. But if you're not going to have a career, then it doesn't really matter that you attended Sky University.
So in return, the only thing that really matters is for you to be pretty so that you could pass on good genes to your kids. It's kind of harsh. I know it's very old-fashioned, but like that's pretty much the reasoning behind it.
Now, here's the thing. There are some other things they're looking for. Like, obviously, they don't want someone who they don't like whatsoever.
Right.
You should obviously like each other. You're going to have to get along well. They're thinking about these kind of things. But if they go to like a Sky University, that means they're looking for someone who is either, you know, at the same university or lower than them. They don't want someone who's like better educated and has a better job than them. And then they feel like they're not really Opas taking care of you. They're kind of just like, oh, my girlfriend makes more money than me and has a better job than me.
Right. There's still that old-fashioned mentality of the man is the one that takes care of the family. He's a breadwinner while the mother stays home and takes care of all the kids.
Hey, remember that one year in Bucheon when I was teaching in my third year of teaching and you were unemployed and stayed at home in your pajamas and worked on building the Eatyourkimchi website?
You know what that's called? It's called having a sugar mama, and it's awesome. It's great.
Isn't it?
Strongly recommended. Give it a shot if you can.
So the final thing we want to point out here is that there are some women that do want to keep their careers and they want to keep working while they're married. The problem is that there still might be an old-fashioned mentality with your husband in which it's totally fine that you're working. It's great that you can have double income.
Of course, bring in more money if you're doing that. I'm totally okay for that, but you still gotta take care of the kids and make me dinner when I get home.
Yeah, so the problem is that do you really want to have a full-time job and come home and make full Korean suppers and also take care of the kids and do the cleaning in the house while your husband just has his job? That seems like a pretty bad deal.
Totally unfreaking fair. Now, this is a very big topic, and there's still a lot that we want to talk about, especially in a blog post when it comes to gender inequality and the dynamics of a family. So make sure you click on the link here if you want to read more about it.
So what do you guys think about all this? Is this something that's unique to Korean culture, or is it something that you experience in your culture as well? Let us know in the comment section below.
So that's it for this week's TLDR. If you have a question for next week's TLDR, leave your question in the comment section below.
Or check out the questions already asked, and if you like them, thumb them up to bring them to our attention.
And don't forget to subscribe for more TLDRs where we teach you about the dynamics of marriage. The first important thing is that you have to make your own love language.
Jackie, I thought you said after when we're gonna go with you.
I think we're gonna go afterwards. We're gonna get the food. This is actually how we talk to each other when we're off camera.
Like Furbies.
I think this is the first time everyone's actually seen us talk like this.
Let's see if anyone can actually understand us.